So I bought an electric scooter. I kind of bought this on a whim. It was $200 in November, I believe, from Walmart. Not a sponsor or anything. I just kind of was like, $200 for an electric scooter? That doesn't seem too bad. I think I saw it on Twitter. I just bought it. It's been in my garage ever since. So I'm really curious what's inside the condition of this scooter, because based off some of the reviews, apparently they've been shipping some like defective or just some like roughed up scooters to people. So hopefully that's not what's here. But before I get started, I'm gonna go ahead and take off my puffy jacket because my audio is probably gonna be pretty rough. All right, let's get started. Now I believe we have the scooter itself. Here's one piece of it. Looks like the handlebars, the top portion. And then the bottom portion. The wheels, lights, all that stuff. And I believe that's it. All right, so let's go ahead and inspect some of these parts. Make sure everything is functional, you know, not too damaged, beat up. It looks to be in pretty good shape on first impressions. Definitely some like little bits of styrofoam, some like particulates, dust and stuff, but yeah, looks to be pretty good shape. Like it looks basically new. So far, so good. Now for the handlebars, the top portion, for lack of a better term, looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, like no scratches, scuffs, a little bit of dust, like I said, but looking pretty new. I gotta obviously test the handlebars. Yeah, I mean, looks good. Looks renewed to me. Looks like basically a new Bird scooter. Okay, now setup looks to be pretty simple. You just undo this plug. You get a bunch of different colored wires and connectors, and you just match them up with the bottom portion of the scooter, and that's about it. So I'll go ahead and do that now. Now, one of the biggest cons with this scooter is that it does not fold up. Technically, you can disconnect and collapse it, but it requires some tools and for you to disconnect these wires, so don't really expect to be able to collapse this thing for easy transport unless you do some serious modifications. But you'll see the top portion of the scooter fits over the bottom portion, sort of like a pipe fitting, and then you'll use the included hardware to fasten them together. One thing to note though, don't get rid of the box right away because you're supposed to have all these screws and this plate right here included, and mine were just loose in the box, so I had to like take apart the cardboard and shake it around to knock out all these screws. So just heads up if you order one of these. The two short screws screw into the back, and the two longer screws fasten into the front between the included plate. And then you just use the included Torx wrench to tighten them, and then you should be good to go. And then once you do that, you can just press the power button on the top of the scooter, and fingers crossed, it boots up without any sort of issues. So this is the Bird ES4 800 model scooter. It has brake lights and LED ground lights that, as far as I can tell, cannot be turned off. There's an electric brake system that kills the acceleration electronically, and then we have a manual brake on the rear wheel that you see in most manual scooters. And you do get a little display on top that shows your acceleration, and it's capped out at 15.5 miles per hour, unfortunately, but that's for safety reasons, of course.
And according to the Walmart listing, this model claims a 28-mile range, although, that's most likely in ideal conditions, taking riding habits into account and the rider's weight. Still though, if it can hit like 20 miles in moderate terrain, I will be impressed. But I gotta say, the acceleration is pretty darn quick on a full charge. Out of the box, it wasn't anything special, but after charging it up, this thing can pick up speed pretty quickly. Overall, it was an impulse buy, but I'm not totally disappointed in my purchase. I think for 200 bucks, it's just a fun thing to ride, and I think it's legitimately nice to have for running small errands around town. Maybe I'm just full of shit, and the reality of my decision to buy this thing will kick in, and I'll sell it or something like that. But I'll place a link in the description to check it out on Walmart so you can keep your eyes peeled for if it goes back on sale again, because currently it's hovering at around $400. With that said, guys, I'm Bo HD from Slash.tv. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you right back here in the next one. See ya.